Class of 2020.
Today we have the unique privilege of standing united with one voice,
with one message,
and with one purpose.
To celebrate and memorialize time.
The timeline of your journey from kindergarten to this historic end to your high school career.
Time is always marked by important memories, key milestones, and momentous occasions.
Those events signify that life as we know it has changed, that something else is coming.
It's a strange place to find yourselves because time allows you to exist briefly in two realms.
On one hand, you mourn what's lost. On the other, you look to the future in anticipation of the next step in the journey.
With each of these occasions, it is inevitable that our sense of familiar shifts.
Our normal becomes old news, our expectations transform, and then time, without regard for how these events have affected us, marches on.
Sometimes with the cadence of a slow, easy walk, sometimes with jarring and abrupt fits and starts, and sometimes with almost overwhelming speed.
Regardless of the pace, though, we can allow these experiences to leave the most indelible impressions and cement themselves in our hearts and minds.
And we do.
This has been true for you, the graduating class of 2020, for all of your lives, because your timelines have already been marked with a series of momentous events, all of which have been history makers.
Most of you were born in the immediate aftermath of 9/11, arguably one of the most significant and challenging events of our history.
And while you were learning to sit up and to crawl and walk and talk, your families and your communities and your leaders all had to face unexpected, unparalleled events and work through the uncertainty and insecurity that they forced upon us.
And they did.
During your kindergarten year, Steve Jobs introduced the world's first smartphone, which ultimately influenced how we communicate, how we teach and learn, and how we work.
As time passed and you moved through grade school, transitioning from one milestone to the next, losing your first tooth, learning to ride a bike, earning your first award or trophy, the evolution of technology impacted us in ways that we couldn't quite fully understand.
Social networking continued to evolve. Communities and businesses began to interact through multiple platforms, and the workforce began to offer work-from-home options.
Eventually, you began using this technology to capture your own milestones and memories on apps such as Instagram and through Twitter and Snapchat. Your friends and families, your communities and your leaders, and even you needed to keep moving.
And you did.
And now, as seniors preparing to exit school, your timelines are marked by yet another momentous occasion, and that will alter all of your lives moving forward. A graduation event occurring in the middle of a pandemic.
You began your senior year as part of the lockstep, steady march towards your traditional month of May senior events.
You had a plan. You had a vision. You were secure in knowing what to expect next.
And then it all unexpectedly stopped, which may have caused you to look at your immediate future with a sense of insecurity and uncertainty.
Some of you may even be asking yourselves, am I prepared? Or will I know what to do next? The answers are simple.
You are and you will.
Because of the earmarks of your historic timelines have been preparing you all along. You are prepared to face down the insecurity that comes with change and not having a set path.
Because you are dreamers and action takers.
And in time, you will open the doors of opportunity when you encounter them.
You are prepared to use times of uncertainty to explore, to make difficult decisions, and to take strategic chances because you are innovators and problem solvers.
And in time, you will help your families, your colleagues, and your communities find a new and productive way forward.
You are prepared to meet unexpected challenges with creative thought and inspirational acts because you are the trailblazers and history makers. And in time, you will design the new technologies and discover the new solutions for all of us.
And now, instead of being able to gather together as a community to recognize and celebrate your accomplishments,
we instead find ourselves simultaneously moving away from the tradition
and facing with anticipation how our new normal will allow us this unprecedented opportunity to highlight not only your accomplishments, but to showcase how prepared you are to move along your timelines towards your next great milestones.
Maya Angelou, poet laureate, said,
All great accomplishments require time.
And as you will see here today, you are well on your way.
In addition to the impressive recognitions evident here, you will also be reminded how many of you have already spent time as civic-minded community contributors.
You will see in the faces of your friends and classmates those who have already begun promising careers as advocates for equality, as spokespeople for those who haven't yet found their voice, and as caregivers for those in need.
And you will see in the faces the people who bring us, those who have walked this path before you, confidence, optimism, and hope for what time will bring next, because you do.
We offer our heartfelt congratulations to the historic class of 2020.
It is definitely your time.
Your time.
Your time.
Your time.
Your time.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In the beginning of our senior year, we had everything planned out. We were going to have senior nights, go to prom, and graduate alongside our best friends, but those plans changed very quickly. COVID-19 hit, but this pandemic is just traffic in the road of our journey through life. To many of us, this may seem like a setback, but to me, this is an opportunity. This time in isolation requires us to think about the good in life and appreciate it more. Life is not always going to go according to the plan, but that is what makes life beautiful. The bad times allow us to think about all the good things life has to offer. It is okay to have emotions towards the situation, but understand that better days are ahead, and when these days come, we will enter this new chapter of life more prepared for the adversities that lie ahead. Whether our next step is college, trade school, or the military, we will all be stronger individuals than we were before. As Mike Tyson once said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. When a boxer gets hit, he or she comes back harder, and that is what we, the class of 2020, are going to do. Having said this, I encourage you all to put your best foot forward in everything you do from this day onward. Do not settle for mediocrity when you are capable of being great. And as Mr. Huff always says, commit to excellence. I know that you all will go far in life, and I wish you luck in your future endeavors. Lastly, I would like to end by saying thank you to God for getting me to this point in life, my parents for always pushing me to be the best version of myself, and my siblings, especially Emeka, for always making me laugh. I would also like to give a shout out to my teachers, coaches, and friends for their guidance, and Renee and Caitlin for sticking by my side through these 4 years. To my fellow classmates, remember that these obstacles faced in life only make you more competent. God bless.
I would like to congratulate all of you and wish you success in your future endeavors. With this diploma, I am confident that you have built a strong foundation. You'll be leaders in the world, contributing citizens in your communities, gainfully employed, caring and kind neighbors, and positive role models to those who look up to you. As the last graduating class at 700 Congress Avenue, you have made history. As a class, you have accomplished much, and you will be sincerely missed. Please make sure to come back next year so we can give you a special tour of our new school. As always, remember our motto: enter to learn, leave to serve. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the 2020 graduating class of Havre De Grace High School.
Carly Nikel Adams. Muhammad Ademi. Sean Patrick Afero. Brianna Andrea Alston. Traquan Marquelis Alston. Devin Michael Baker. Evan Scott Barks. Mariana Grace Barr. Taylor Madison Berg. Jaden Michael Blackman. Tony Levon Bowman, Jr. Dylan Archer Brand Real. Eva Sierra Briggs. Anthony Devon Brooks. Dietrich Levon Brown. Corday Renee Brown. Abigail Rose Burchett. Casey Andrew Cameron. Victorine Sienna Hart Camarano. Tamia Marie Clark. Donald Leroy Coe, Jr. Edwin Clark Colby, Jr. Peyton Michelle Conklin. Aaliyah Jalen Noel Copeland. Natea Marie Copeland. Sarah Rose Coughlin. Derek Malik Cox. Casey Lee Craig. Skylar Georgia Creamer. Dylan Raymond Kreitz. Brianna Elena Davis. Skylar Rose DeRoop. Joshua Charles Deckard. Jessica de Villa de los Santos. Ryan Patrick Donovan. Isaiah Kassan Dornelis. Allison Camille Drawball. Brianna Sierra Farrington. Ethan Zachary French. Chad Harrison Gamble. Landon Devon George. Gary Tyrone Gibson III. Kylie Rain Givens. Autumn Marie Gladfelter. Madeline Taylor Grad. Addison Michael Groff. Alexis Marie Gum. Hannah Mohammed Ali Mohammed Habiba. Cameron Michael Hamilton. Alyssa Renee Harmon. John Matthew Harris IV. Danielle Nicole Hartman. Renee Catherine Hartman. Justin John Harvey Jr. Daphne Angel Hine. Keon Tyleek Hicks. Savion Salahuddin Hilton Muhammad. Kaylee Aaron Hitchings. Jair Naheem Hoke. Aaron Jaleel Eugene Howard. Haley Christina Hurst. Elena Nicole Hutton. Shioma Amarachi Aicho. Anaya Simone Jackson. Micah Nichelle Jacobs. Castellino Silver James. Sydney Claire James. Lauren Renee Jameson. Joanne Marquell Johnson. Savion Thomas Johnson. Jaden Rain Johnson Pressberry. Emma Keene Jones. Lexi Elise Colehep. Kevin Michael Congrell. Hannah Mackenzie Coop. Matthew Alexander Laubner. Cameron Nicholas Lauk. Caitlin Elizabeth Lyons. Ashley Denise Maldonado. Deshaun Lamont Marks. Joseph Vincent Martin. Rossi Adamari Mayorga Ramos. Charlotte Christine McCannon. Thomas Wesley Meehan. Zachary Joseph Meehan. Haley Noel Menser. Frederick Yair Morales Estrada. Kaylee Uiya Myers. Tyree Rodney Nobles. Lonnie Felix Payne. Julie Elizabeth Pencil. Eden Alexander Perez Cruz. Kaylin Brielle Player. Kendall Markel Player. Anthony Lee Post. Brianna Michaela Pressberry. Brandon Christopher Rabbit. Avery Elizabeth Radonovich. Kaylin Lynette Reed. Cole Robert Reeves. Elizabeth Ann Richardson. Desmond Todd Ritter. Quentin Nathaniel Robbins. Zane Michael Rogers. Samuel James Ross. Chandler Nicholas Russo. Isabel Angelica Scapoletti. Josiah Robert Scott. Tenaya Lynn Scott. Tyler Alexander Shoemate. Rhiannon Marta Skelly. Devin Gregory Smith. Kayla Ashley Smith. Tyler Frederick Sophia. Luke Alexander Spedden. Jaden Mariah Spencer. Jonathan Taylor Stanley. Bailey Ann Stone. Morgan Francis Stone. David Ethan Swain. Kayla Dene Sweeting. Dartavius Antonio Tate. Gabriel Michael Tate. Noah Zachary Tate. Jaden Pilar Taylor. Tanner Nathaniel Thompson. Abigail Ann Tooth. Keyshawn Xavier Torres Trisvan. Bridget Melinda Tremontana. Jackson Nicholas Transparente. Tiana Nicole Travers. Javon Allen Turner. Roman Stanley Turner. Autumn Grace Twombly. Gabriella Juliana Maria Vega. Kayla Christine Veras. Kirsten Elizabeth Vickery. Kirk Frederick Volmek Jr. Quentin C. Ware. Delana Cora Washington. Kayla Monet Washington. Riley Allen Vashaleski. Cedra Ann Wheeler. Haley Leah White. Ariana Marie Williams. Joshua Thomas Williams. Emily Nicole Wolf. China Crystal Young. Sydney Grace Young. Jenna Catherine Zavoina. Peyton Morrissey Zimmerman.
To the Havre De Grace High School Class of 2020, this is our time. Congratulations. Please turn your tassels with me.